Hi, this is Leanna, your coach from Amazing Monday. This morning, as I was getting ready for the day, I began noticing my mind chatter. Have you ever taken a minute to really notice what you're thinking about? And here I am getting ready for the day, and I'm kind of embarrassed to admit what I was thinking about. One of I was thinking about all the things that I had to do for the day, and I kind of obsessed about one thing on my to-do list, although I thought about several others too. But I was really obsessing about one thing on my to-do list, and that was I needed to write a couple cards for people today. And my mind chatter sounded something like this. Don't forget to sign those cards today. Don't forget to write those cards today. You have to sign those cards today. You need to mail them off. You need to sign those cards today. Make sure you sign those cards today. And while I can hear you kindly excusing my crazy behavior by saying, well, Leanna, maybe you were worried that you'd forget to sign those cards today. But the fact is, I'd already written it down on a to-do list. I wasn't going to forget to sign the cards. But that's what my mind was doing. And it's no wonder that by the end of the day, we're feeling frazzled and anxious when our minds are doing that type of chattering all day long. Zig Ziglar has a quote that says, you're always traveling. When you're at work, you're thinking about things you need to do at home or feeling guilty for not being at home. When you're at home, you're thinking about what you need to do at work and feeling guilty about what you're not getting done at work. It really is craziness, isn't it? But it's so hard for most of us to stay present and focused in the moment. Gallup did a survey on working women, asking them if they tended to focus on one thing at a time at work or if they tended to multitask, try to do several things at once. Fact is, the brain can't do several things at once. We just think it can. It just jumps back and forth between them really fast. And the women that reported that they tended to focus on one thing at a time, now that doesn't mean that they wouldn't stop for interruptions, but when they stopped for an interruption, they stopped doing what they were doing, turned and dealt with the interruption, focused on that, and then came back to do what they were doing. So they were consciously focusing on one thing at a time and giving it their full attention. Those women that said they tended to do that reported that a much higher level of satisfaction, not only in their work life, but in their life in general. And so my challenge for you today is to see if you can put this into practice. First of all, notice your mind chatter. Notice what's going on in your head as you are working on a task. And don't be critical of it or judgmental of it. Embrace it and understand, maybe even laugh at it a little bit because it does sound silly. And then gently refocus yourself to saying, let's just be present right now in this moment. Focus on this task. And then when you're done with that task, take a minute to feel good about it. And I can hear your concerns like, Leanna, I don't have time for that. I have way too much to do. I need to just be going 100 miles an hour. But the fact is, when you start focusing on one thing at a time, you're more efficient and productive and enjoying yourself a lot more and a lot more creative about what you're doing because your mind is calm and focused. And so your prefrontal cortex is able to work at a very good high level. So that's my challenge for you today. Notice your mind chatter and then gently keep refocusing yourself on the task that you're doing right now. And have an amazing Monday.